I'm playing Octopath Traveler 2. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know the first one. Never played never, I don't even know. I saw it and I was like, you know what, that looks like an interesting tale. I can choose between, you know, what storyline I want. That looks interesting. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. So here we are, and I guess I'm choosing my character, right? So what is this? Your name is Agnia Bristarni, and you are a dancer. Your tale begins in the verdant region of the Lakelands. Though a tavern dancer in a small village, you have big dreams for the future. I'm going to become a star and bring smiles to people's faces, just like Mama. With hope in your heart and a spring in your step, you begin your journey to stardom. Interesting. I don't know if that's for me, though. Your name is Particio Yellowwill, and you are a merchant. Your tale begins in the vast wastes of the wildlands. After witnessing the rise and the fall of the pioneer town you call home, you set your gaze upon the horizon. I'll be back once I eliminate that devil called poverty from the world. What a dreamer. With dreams of bringing prosperity to all, you embark on a journey with only the scent of commerce to guide you. I don't know if this is the guy for me. I don't know if that's for me, you know? What about you? Your name is Casti Florens, and you are an apothecary. Your tale begins in a port town of the Harborlands. You awake to the realization that you could not recall your own name. The only clues to your identity are your satchel and skills as an apothecary. I need to rediscover who... I can't fucking talk, man. I need to rediscover who I am. And there's something else, something important I'm forgetting. Unable to ignore the nagging feeling within you, you embark on a journey to recover what you lost. Maybe? Chills from craft healing in the hazardous compounds. Poison shit, and bombs maybe. What's over here? Ooh, what about you? Your name is Hakari, and you are a warrior. Your tale begins in the desert region of Hanoima. You are the younger prince of Ku, a nation ever at war, and worry for your people who have suffered greatly from the ceaseless battles. I pray for a world without conflict, without bloodshed. Dream on, buddy. Hoping to bring peace to your nation, you strike out on a journey for your like-minded allies. I don't know about that. That might be a possible thing for me. I don't really know. Who's this? Oh boy. Your name is Ochetta, or Ochet. I don't know. And you are a hunter. Your tale begins on the Isle of Totahaha, alongside your fellow beastlings. What the fuck is a beastling? It's like a human being with ears and a tail. I don't know. Despite your troubles with the human islanders, you live a carefree life. That is until you learn of an approaching calamity known as the Night of the Scarlet Moon. Alright, Master Juva, I'll do it. I'll find those creatures of legend and bring them back. Desperate to save your home, you set sail in search of those who can help. Interesting? I don't know. What do we got going on here? Your name is Thrawn. Angius. And you are a thief. Your tale begins in a thrilling city in the Brightlands. You are a member of the Blacksmiths, a thieves guild that controls the city from the shadows. Your job is to steal and clean. Not again, not this stench. Every time I breathe it in, it feels as though my very lungs are rotting. The stench of blood. Determined to escape the cycle of bloodshed, you embark on a journey for the keys to your freedom. Interesting. What about you, sir? Your name is Taminos Mistral, and you are a cleric. Your tale begins in the mountainous region of the Crestlands. Though easygoing in your duties as Inquisitor, that all changes the day a tragic incident takes place in the church. Oh dear, I suppose it came to be helped. After all, doubt is what I do. Sensing that there is much more to the incident than meets the eye, you set out to solve the mystery left in its wake. And you, good sir, your name is Oswald V. van Stein, and you are a scholar. Your tale begins in the snow-swept reaches of the Winterlands. You have been sentenced to life in prison for murdering your wife and daughter, and have since spent What is this? And have since spent 1,879 days locked within a frigid cell. Harvey, the man who took everything from me, shall die by my hand, I swear it. Not even the bitter cold can extinguish the raging fire in your breast, and so you set out to exact you. This guy is gonna live a goddamn crazy life. Gain insight into a foe's weak points at the start of battle with information. So what? I don't care. I'm picking this dude is gone through some shit. Let's do it. I don't know anything about this game, so we're gonna see
never be extinguished.
What's going on here. I don't know anything about this, truly.
All things in this world have a source. Nothing begets nothing. Follow the chain of cause and effect, and it will lead you to the answer you seek.
Yeah. What the fuck have I gotten myself into?
For the record, you, Oswald, plead not guilty. Is that correct? The facts are thus. Upon extinguishing the fire, the bodies of your wife and daughter were found in the rubble. They were nearly charred beyond recognition. A gruesome sight. I'm sure you agree. Thus, the court accepts, without objection, immolation as the cause of death. However, there is one last inexplicable detail. Nothing one could reasonably consider the cause of the conflagration was found at the scene. Ergo, the fire ought not to have happened at all. Absent the use of magic, that is. You were a scholar of magic, weren't you, Oswald? Is that a mere coincidence? I think not. Having conducted a thorough investigation of the scene, the court holds the following to be true. You, Oswald, were the only one capable of starting such a fire that night.
In the sacred name of Aliphan the Scholar King, the court hands down the following verdict. Oswald V. Van Stein, we find you guilty of the murder of your wife and daughter, for which you are sentenced to life imprisonment on Frigid Isle. Do you have any last words?
Harvey. The man who took everything from me shall die by my hand. I swear it.
Five years later. Jesus.
Frigid Isle. A solitary island in the far northern reaches of the sea. Some call it the edge of the world. Blanketed in snow all through the year. The nearest continent is due east. 4 days' journey by sea. Even on the largest vessel. Even then, the fierce blizzards at sea can make a wreck of the mightiest ships. Trips to and from this accursed place are heavily regulated.
God, this shit looks brutal.
This place holds all mainlanders found guilty of the most heinous crimes. It held over 300 of us at its peak. In its 80-year history, none have escaped.
We're about to be the first.
Or rather, I should say, the deplorable treatment of the prisoners ensures that lives end before sentences do. I have survived for 1,879 days, but neither the unforgiving climate nor the ravages of time shall extinguish the fire in my breast.
Another frigid day in hell, eh, Professor? You know what this is? It's your little notebook. It never leaves your hands, does it? Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm only borrowing it. You were quite the scholar, weren't you? Yes, this notebook could be worth quite a lot. I'm sure it'd fetch me a tidy pile of cigarettes. You're welcome to take it back, of course, but you'll have to fight me for it.
Oh. Main menu, path action, cancel dash, confirm. Mug towns. I can mug people? Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Yeah, attack them. R1 to enter boost mode. Fucking him up. Let's do it. Is he dead? Get fucked.
Take it back. I've got no use for your filthy scribblings anyhow. Help! Guards! He's gonna kill me!
Alright.
Help! Somebody! What's all this about? It's him. He attacked me. Well, if it isn't Oswald, our magical murderous scholar. How do you like the new toy I gave you, Professor? It's a fine little muscle, isn't it? Keeps you from speaking those spells you love so much. You're
the only one who has the honor of wearing it, I'll have you know. You should be kissing my feet. What's that look for?
I'm gonna kill this guy.
I know defiance when I see it. I'll have none of it.
I'm gonna fucking murder this guy. I'll get out.
I'd love to hear what you sound like. I really would.
Davids, you're gonna die.
When you're begging for your life, that is.
Seconds. 13 seconds from the time a prisoner calls for help to the guard's response. At least some valuable information's come of all this. One warden and 34 guards for 292 prisoners.
Prison break. Could take over the prison.
Over time, I've learned much about the way the prison and the people within it work. And all of that knowledge shall inform my eventual escape.
We could take over the prison and then head out, you know? I don't know how we're gonna do that.
An escape for which the plan is written in this notebook. Using a cipher, naturally. I've revised said plan numerous times these last 5 years, and polished it to a fine sheen. Only 3 pieces of the puzzle remain. The first, an escape route.
Yeah?
For this, I have chosen a passage that leads beneath the prison. This passage is overlooked even by the guards themselves, and it leads directly out of this place. I must conduct a more thorough review of it, and soon. The second, suitable clothing. Once I escape, I'll be exposed to the elements. The cold will claim me in minutes if I'm clad in nothing but these rags. The third and final, an accomplice. To escape on my own would be to rely on my own assumptions. I require the help of another with intimate knowledge of the prison's inner workings. With these 3 pieces in place, my plan shall move that much closer to completion. At which point, only its execution shall remain.
Wake up, human filth! To work with you!
I understand this island was once dotted with mines. Entire mountains were reduced to rubble for ore. And to this day, there remains phosphate buried in the frigid earth. It's immensely flammable and sells for a fair bit of coin. So the prisoners are forced to mine it and the guards line their pockets with the proceeds.
Mine, scum! Keep those hands moving! I said, keep moving! Unless you'd rather freeze to death!
Oh.
What's wrong with you? I can't move anymore. Too cold. Don't you go soft on me, criminal filth. Need I remind you that you were sent here to atone for your misdeeds? So beg whatever god you serve for forgiveness, and dig, you useless little mole! Your life is worthless compared to the precious phosphor you cleave from the earth. And believe you me, we'd burn you instead if you were anywhere near as easy to settle. Do you understand? Answer me!
Warden, sir. He's already dead.
Shit.
An unfortunately common sight. We are adaptable creatures. Any environment, no matter how horrific, can be made ordinary. Forced labor is followed by a vanishingly small window of free time. It is in this free time that I review the remaining pieces of my plan. They are three. The first, an escape route. The prison is as old as it is massive. There are bound to be gaps and awkward seams. Perhaps I can glean a hint or two from someone with intimate knowledge of the island's history. The second, suitable clothing. One they call the Provisioner sells the clothing I'll need to survive. But first, I need to find them. I'll start by asking... The third and final piece. An accomplice. My accomplice cannot be an ordinary prisoner. I must find someone capable of enacting my escape plan. Then all that will remain is the plan's execution. There are not so many guards watching the cafeteria during this shift. Now is my chance to find an accomplice.
Scrutinize, yeah. Okay. Impression flippant. A footlicker who reports misconduct to the prison guards the second he witnesses it, which has made him most unwelcome among the other prisoners.
No.
Alright.
This...
Yeah, that obviously will not do. But you, sir? Mass poisoning? Sentence 156 years? Jesus! That's crazy. What about you? Prisoner who was once an aristocrat. He seems cultured and intellectual, but is prone to leaps in subject as well as sudden bouts of shouting unruliness. He's a no-go. No, fuck that guy. What about you, sir? What about you? What do we got? A well-known figure around the prison, his exceedingly wary demeanor belies a sense of determination unlike any other. Emerald. You?
You there. A word. What are you playing at? Skulking around and sizing up all the prisoners. Ah, right. You can't speak on account of the muzzle. I've been watching you, you know, for the last 5 years. And all that time you've been feigning indifference while you surveil the place, right? The other prisoners, the guards, everyone and everything. Watching for minute differences, like you're making some sort of audit. As far as I'm concerned, only 2 types of prisoners watch silently for 5 years. Hungry beasts and people plotting an escape. That's it. If it's the former, I know someone who can help. But if it's the latter... So, which one are you, Professor? Shake your head if you're the former, or nod if you're the latter. So, my eyes didn't deceive me after all. You're quite clever, I'll say that. Now, for my formal request. I want in on your plan. I can be of use to you. You'll see. I got lots of valuable information I'll only share with a close confidant. I've collected it over my long years in this place. That's why they call me Emerald the Informant. I know my information is good. You could do far worse, Professor Jailbreak.
Only someone of considerable wit could have figured out my plot from mere observance. Further, he is correct that I have need of his wares. I can certainly use them to my advantage.
I knew you'd see it my way. So,
would you have me do?
This horrid island is 4 days' journey from the nearest shore. Even if our escape proves successful, we'll need a ship capable of making the journey to the mainland. I have set my sights on the vessel carrying the inspectors, who visit the prison on an erratic schedule. Thus, I need to know when it is due to arrive next. The ledger containing that information is fiercely guarded. I stand no chance of laying eyes on it. But all I need to know is the date. For that will be the date we make our escape.
Understood. That won't come easily. Not impossible, though. I'll contact you once I have it. One more thing. Get me the key to this muzzle. Can't make any promises there, seeing as it was made just for you. Let's just pray luck is on our side, eh, confidant?
The plan is in motion. I just need to let the informant do his work.
Damn, this is a long story, like,
Oswald.
in the beginning here.
Oswald. Have you found the answer?
To work, maggots! Move!
I should seek out the prisoner they call the Provisioner if I want cold weather gear. The only question is, which to procure first? Timid guard who doubles as the prison librarian. He avoids trouble at all costs and lets the prisoners do as they please. Thus, while official policy states that books are not to be taken out of the library, he generally looks the other way. Hello. Theft, illegal commerce, stole and sold a rare book belonging to the Order of the Sacred Flame. Huh. Known to many as the Provisioner, he's capable of acquiring most anything asked of him.
So you're the muzzled scholar I've heard so much about. You look like you need something, same as everyone else who comes to see me. The name's Bale. Most call me the Provisioner. I can secure most anything people ask for. Not for money, given our circumstances. But everyone has something of value on them, if you know what I mean.
So, he won't hand it over for free. Though, if I can find his weakness, I'd better scrutinize some of the other prisoners.
Human trafficking. Jeez. Oh.
I don't believe this prisoner knows anything.
Murder. Goddamn.
Here it is. Surely this is the provisioner's weakness. Let's see how he responds.
Finally come to pay, have you? What's that scrap of paper in your hand? What? Where did you get this? Whatever you want, it's yours. Just swear you won't speak a word of this to anyone.
My plan proceeds apace. This clothing ought to keep me from freezing to death.
Back to your cells, you animals!
That will have to wait. Back to the hole for now.
Oswald. Have you found the answer?
No, Harvey. Though I have a theory. Behold this small flame. Nothing exceptional. Yet if I apply the equation I have here, its intensity is compounded. And in theory, its power is multiplied. However, as long as it remains a flame, its power is limited.
Using equations to amplify magic powers? This is incredible. You're a genius, Oswald. The one true magic. You're one step closer to it, to standing alone atop the summit of magic scholarship. Though, I must warn you not to grow too fond of the idea, for I will surpass you.
Time to work, you worthless sacks of meat! Up and out!
I'm looking for a green, you know. Talk to everybody again? Probably. Noted. Already been in here? I'm just losing it? What the fuck?
I must find a prisoner familiar with the underground passage. I don't believe this prisoner knows anything.
You sure? Alright, yeah, he doesn't know a damn thing. Yep, he's the guy.
The underground passage. I don't just know it, I helped build it. But don't go asking me details. Best I can say is there ought to be a labor report for it on file in the library.
The library. This must be the labor report the prisoner spoke of. Whoever wrote it spared no detail in recording the construction of the passage. And they were a prisoner as well. Must be why no one gave it so much as a second glance. Aha. There's an entry to the passage right by the guard station. All is proceeding as planned. I've studied the tunnel's construction, and I am certain it is suitable for my escape.
Back to your cells, now!
Seems I'm out of time. Back to the hole, then.
Oswald. Have you found the answer?
I've reached a dead end. There's just one last piece missing. I've explored every possible avenue, but it's nowhere to be found. What could possibly be powerful enough to serve as the source of the one true magic?
You've done enough, Oswald. Well done, truly. Now, allow me, the great Harvey, to provide the final piece for you.
Harvey.
Confidant. It took a while, but the goods came in.
What's this? I don't recall giving you permission to speak to one another.
You misunderstand, Warden. This isn't what it...
It's your lucky day, scum! Speak another word, and I will bury you in the very pit in which you toil! Do I make myself clear?
At least that's the last I'll ever feel of that club, right? I'll see you at the storehouse behind the mess hall.